Which page is it going live on?
It's going live on my personal page. Hello, everyone. Hello. As per usual, we're stumbling through the beginning of this. So
found
sorry.
Now I can see.
Okay. Can you see us now, Joanne? Okay. Yeah. Joanne was having trouble seeing us, and as she fights with her green screen.
I'm working up a sweat, Julie. You talk too much.
I'm so sorry.
I have no time to look at myself, make sure I'm fine, make sure my screen is prepared.
You've had a week. You've had several days at least. So we're just going to get this out. We are so nervous because this is our first time back in several months, and we decided to go big or go home, and we brought on our favorite person, our amazing CEO, Jimmy Ezzell. And I'm just going to give you a little bit of oops, how come that comment won't go away? Hello. Okay, it won't go away. Jeez. All right. Hello, Jimmy. Everybody. I can't make it stop.
Jimmy, you okay?
I'm great. Thank you guys for having me.
You're welcome.
Yes,
so happy you're here.
See how brave he is to come be with us, because we're crazy. So
I feel like I'm the brave one right now. Thank you very much.
Everyone, welcome back. This is our debut back with you, and we have our amazing CEO of our Young Entrepreneur Project, his Young Entrepreneur Project, affectionately known as Yep.
Yes, ours.
And he is kind enough to come on with us tonight. And he's gonna share some new things that he's up to, and that even some things we don't really know. We kind of know, but we don't. But we're not at liberty to say. So let me just introduce him. Jimmy Ezzell is the co-founder of Yep, and he's going to tell you how that whole thing got started. He's a very highly skilled, entrepreneur-minded leader with decades of experience in business and leadership development, which we can attest to, right, Joanne?
Absolutely.
Marketing, organizational growth, which it's going to explode here very soon, even bigger than we even thought. Mm-hmm. And he has built organizations into the tens of thousands, probably millions. This is probably generous, or this is probably not very kind to him, and around the world. And he loves serving, which we can promise you that is a fact.
Yes.
He serves in the trenches with the within the field with us. As you can see, he's right here suffering through this with us right now. For real, he's here, and he really wants people to succeed, and he will not give up on you. If he won't give up on Joanne and me, he won't give up on anybody.
Oh, that's the truth.
So, hello, Jimmy.
I love the name of this show. It's all about joy. And when I get a chance to be on your show, I'm so excited. I'm glad, and I can tell it looks like everybody's excited. You guys are having it back on. And Joanne, just because this is, there's something on your shoulder. Is that a tag?
Yeah, it's like a handle. I think.
Oh my God!
Joanne never fails to deliver.
I'm leaving now.
I thought that's what that was, but I just wanted to save you. That's what good friends do.
Oh my gosh! Thank
you.
Get
the spinach out of your teeth, Joanne. By the way, just kidding.
Oh my gosh!
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
So this is how we end our work week on a Friday. Is being on the Joy with Julie and Joanne show. So awesome, ladies. Thanks for having me.
Oh, thank you so much. And Joanne and I wanted to, before we forget, which we might, we wanted to point out that this is how you have fun at work.
Absolutely.
And this is how, whoops, Christina, I'm trying to grab your comment, my friend, because Christina's dying. Anyway, this is Joanne and I wanted to share with you guys. This is how you have fun, and when you work really hard, but it doesn't feel like it because you're with such amazing people. So here we go. We're off and running. So I am going to ask. We actually have some structure. We have notes,
Wow.
as opposed to us winging it like we normally do.
It's like it's like a book. I said, "What the heck?" Like,
It's a lot. I only have so much time, but
no. This is up to you. We're just going to guide you per your what you allowed. So here we go. So the amazing. We have Joanne the Great and the amazing Jimmy Ezzell. So
that was up from a long time ago. I haven't been on StreamYard. That was like a joke from way back when because of JKN. I
know.
Yeah.
Yes, Jimmy, I'll just tell you, we're humming along on one of these things, and all of a sudden I look down and I see her name has changed from Joanne to Joanne the Great. And she caught me so off guard, and I'm like, oh my gosh. But don't you dare hit the exit button and leave me.
I was about to.
Don't do it.
I couldn't find it.
Don't do it.
With the tag. I'm like, I'm out of here. You are on your own, girlfriend. You told me about that tag when you saw me when I came on here, and you too, Jimmy. Not after the fact where we've started. Oh, go ahead.
Okay, we're on a time schedule. I've got the clock going. Go. So, Jimmy, please share with us the backstory of how this all began and how we are all here with you, the amazing, great Jimmy Ezzell.
Yeah, awesome. So just a little. So do you want just the backstory of?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Whatever you want to share.
I want the backstory of Yep.
Me too.
Yeah. Why don't I share that? So a couple Octobers ago, I was on a mission trip in Thailand, and I've been on a lot of mission trips, and so I've had the opportunity to see how people live. And on that trip, I was actually in the hill country of Thailand, so I get to see how people born into poverty lived as well. And so fast forward 2 springs ago in 2019, early 2019, my best friend Jack calls me. He's like, hey, come visit me. While you're here, I want to show you this young entrepreneur project I'm doing. And so I go over there and, spend some time with him. But then I see what he's got all these. They were actually in a room, in a building, in different rooms. And they were literally like selling things online. And what ended up happening was that and all these kids are from like the hill country, and I call them kids because they're really like 26, 24, and 21, young entrepreneurs, right? And they were selling things online. But here's what was amazing, Julie and Joanne, is that a bunch of them had already started creating like $1,000 a month in what we call like residual ongoing orders, ongoing income. And I was like blown away because I knew like I heard some of their stories, like these are poor people, right? Born into poverty. And I was like, wow. And so I remember just like it's yesterday, I'm in Jack, I'm back in the hotel, Jack's hanging out, and I'm like, Jack, I want to take the name Young Entrepreneur Project to the US and build a company around it. I want to change the world through entrepreneurship. And he's like, brother, do it. And that was it. That's all he said, really. And so at that time, I had a company called Trip Valley. I still have it. And so we started putting a few things there. You guys kind of know the story. One of the first people I called, I started calling people when I was in Thailand. The very first one was Ali Madawi. And the rest is history. So that's how it all started. And of course, today you guys know the journey that we're on and the impact it's making all over the world, especially for entrepreneurs.
I love how missions started. It starts with missions, right? You're at the company, but yet you didn't just leave it. Like you brought missions with you. Can you tell us just quickly? I know that's like not on our agenda, but I just love how you kind of are including mission work in Yep.
Yeah, and long term, you'll see even a bigger piece of this. That we have some incredible founding members. She might be watching us actually, and so we have some people that are actually going to help lead that charge even in a bigger way in the rest part of this year. And Elizabeth Cousins, if you've been following Elizabeth.
Oh, wonderful!
I actually am appointing her to our advisory board.
Yes.
to help with that piece of our business. She just loves if you've been following her journey. But anyways, I always tell people, if I could, the reason, if I could do anything, it's to build this company, get it to the point where, like, for many people, they have the opportunity to go and serve the less fortunate. And we're going to, as the world opens up, it's starting to open up fully now. We will incorporate some of this inside of these, even our trips. And so that's a direction we want to go long term. Plus, we sponsor kids through Compassion International. And is it okay to talk a little bit about that? Or
yes,
of course, anything you want.
So one of the things, Jack and I, one of the things that we talked about too when I was over there is, like, we're very fortunate and blessed. We know that we have some skills that God's given us, and so we sponsor 1,000 kids today with Compassion. So the directors of Compassion will be on some of our stuff here in the very near future. But my God-sized dream would be to sponsor, through a foundation that is created through YEP, 100,000 kids. So, but what's most important about that is, God willing, that the foundation will self-fund itself through, as you guys know, a publicly traded company. And so that's the whole point of, because when it's all said and done, that's the kind of legacy I want to leave behind.
Well, that's not too bad of a legacy, and believe me, that warms my heart a lot.
Yeah, I didn't know about that when I first started. It took me a while for it to sink in. But as you know, I served in Haiti for almost 8 years. Yeah. And so missions obviously is a big thing to me, and kids and stuff, as we had an orphanage and sponsoring kids and the whole bit. So when I found that out, in addition to already everything that was going on here, that just put me through the roof. So, yeah.
I'm pretty sure your number keeps going up, Jimmy. The last time I didn't hear that number. I thought it was a little bit
from the beginning.
Well, whatever. Jimmy thinks big. And
yeah. I mean, the reality is this: if you don't start to speak it, if your heart doesn't believe, if your mind, then it'll never happen. And so, that's man. I don't want to I'll get all teary eyed. So let's
okay.
But the whole point is like guys, if we're gifted the opportunity to impact the world, and we have the resources, the time, and the skills that can create that kind of stuff, that's what we should do. And so anyways, we're going to work hard and build a great company. And along the way, we're going to help a lot of people with it too. So.
Right. Now that's a good lead into our next something else that we wanted to ask was, how are we helping either employees or business owners themselves? How are we helping people?
My personal story is probably most people's story that's watching this.
Okay.
And that meaning this, like, I was in corporate America, like I always tell people I was made in the Philippines, raised here in America, right? But I grew up in a blue collar home. Matter of fact, I'm gonna spend my dad's birthday this weekend, and my dad, my mom, they didn't know anything about business. So when I was the first person in my family to be able to go to college. That's a whole nother different story.
Wow.
I didn't even know that I qualified for college, but so went to college, and then I started down that corporate path, and so there came a point where I realized that corporate America just wasn't for me. Now I know it's not. I'm not knocking it. It just wasn't for me. I had a bad boss though. I had capped out my income. Like there was no. I couldn't even make any more than I was making, which is kind of crazy. At least give your salespeople some incentive to go really crush it. And so those are so the first person is people at a job that are just frustrated. They're like ready. They want more in life. They know there's something more for them. That was me. And so that's what YEP can help with, like that transition. How what to do next? Like, is there people that will support me? I asked my dad that, hey, do I sell my house? Do I leverage my, to get, sell my, or leverage my 401k? I mean, I didn't know.
Yeah.
So there's that group of people.
Okay.
Then there's already existing entrepreneurs.
Mm-hmm.
And the reality is, and I hear this every week now.
Mm-hmm.
We're the only platform that I know of where you get so much value.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give you a prime
100%.
example. I'm gonna give you a real example for you business owners, and you'll relate this maybe at a bigger level. Kevin Harrington is one of our partners, right? He's on our advisory board. He speaks. But here's the deal. Everyone that knows Kevin, he's the entrepreneur's entrepreneur. He teaches you how to pitch. He'll if you get his courses. But when you're all done with that, learn how to, get investors, whatever it is. But once you're done with that, then what? So then you go and you try to go find, how do I do marketing, or how do I do how do I brand myself? How do I, are there other tools? And so under one umbrella, the Yep umbrella, you get it all. You can get access to other master coaches. James Malinchak, if you want to be a speaker, right? If you want to watch and learn how to do Pinterest or Instagram or TikTok, you want to do a podcast, and that platform is only going to get bigger and better. And so under one umbrella, you don't have to keep trying to find the pieces. And you guys know this. We have so many people that tell us they spent and invested tens of thousands of dollars on all these different platforms, and they got more in the Yep community than anything else. And here's what's crazy, and we know it is because you guys are in it. I mean, imagine getting coached by Kevin Harrington just because you're in the community.
Right.
James Malinchak, just because you're in the community. Even you guys, I mean, there, all the Medallies of the world, and Chef Katrina and Heather Hughes and Gina Eason and Debbie Solomons and these other successful entrepreneurs.
Yep.
You get them all. Christina Perry, you get all these entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
And so that's what Yep does for those people.
And they're also giving. Like it's amazing how much they care. Like for real.
It's true. And you forgot
what?
One of my favorites. I'm sorry, Livia.
Oh,
Livia.
Yeah.
Oh.
She
my gosh.
Every day.
Well, now the community. Now the community gets her twice a month. You guys know we just added that. See, here's what's crazy about us. We just keep pouring on so much value.
Yeah.
We just added her twice a month.
Yeah.
And didn't raise the membership fee.
Yeah.
And so we just continue to point. We just gave this amazing tool to the community.
Yep. Oh, can we talk about that?
We want to talk about it so bad.
That's going to be worth $1 million. Don't you think?
I'm just sharing, like if you're watching this show with Julie and Joanne the Great, you guys, there's so like you should get back with them immediately and say, what the heck is this all about? Yeah, and so because there's always going to be value. That's what we're all about.
Yeah.
I'd rather have tens of millions of people on our platform that are super happy and feel like they're valued and they're really getting a real value for what we offer. Then and then a bunch of people saying, it wasn't, it was okay, right? And so that's why we just keep pouring it on.
So
you do.
I can attest that I was one of those many people that spent tens of thousands and just wanted to call it the 1-800 slip my wrist hotline because I was so miserable. But here, what happens here is that you don't pay tens of thousands of dollars and they over-deliver. Jimmy over-delivers all the time. Mm-hmm. Hands down. Never met anyone like him in my life.
This new tool.
We can't wait.
To use it for free. Yeah. I don't know the details yet.
If you're in the Yep community, you get to use it.
Yeah.
And so like we have all these amazing tools as part of the membership, and then then we added another one to help you
Yeah.
build your Yep business.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it's
Yeah. Yeah.
So if you don't know how to do it, just come here and you're going to get flooded with tools, training, mentors. It's ridiculous.
And there's
It's
something for
ridiculous.
everybody. You don't have to do it all. And I
No.
love that. We can pick and choose and use and yeah.
Mhm.
So, Julie.
So, okay, so we're going to move on to the next question. So we've seen, there was a lot of us that were, like I was one of them, that was wanted to work in the digital world, work from home and so on. And I did not have a clue that COVID was going to hit, but it didn't rock my world. But COVID changed so many things. But what's relevant in this discussion is what happened as far as the change of working remotely and how this all fits in with your community, with Yep.
Well, the reality is this: there's never ever been in the history of time, where more people are realizing that a side gig, a side economy, a side hustle, right, is going to be important for their future. Never like it has been before. And the reason why is because we saw unemployment like that. 40 million people lost jobs, and it was an eye-opening awakening for not only the U.S. but around the world. And this is why, like, affiliate marketing, network marketing, home business, direct sales, all of them. If you just have a phone, a laptop, you can literally be in business for yourself. And so, it's perfect for Yep. The reality is because we can give them everything they need, right? Even if they don't have a business, we have an affiliate program. So there's so much that with, when you take a company and you position it in front of a major trend, which is the rise of the entrepreneur, right? The side hustle, all this stuff, right? When you position in front of it, it only means one thing: exponential growth. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to position this community and everything that we offer in front of major trends, mega trends. We're seeing, you guys know about it, the digital side, the artificial intelligence, the health, some of the things that we do with the health products. And before I get into trouble and tell you everything, you're positioning it in front of everything.
Just let it out. Just let it out. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I better not, because I see Jennifer on, she'll probably tell her about.
Jennifer is watching. Jennifer the Great is watching. So you better be careful, Jimmy, or you're going to get smacked.
She'll tell Laurel.
You say she's a snitch?
Yes,
wait.
A snitch?
Wait, she's sending a message.
No, so Laurel, he's not on here, right? I don't think he's on.
Not yet. He hasn't revealed himself.
Okay.
Okay.
So one of the things that you say a lot is that the biggest wealth attraction mistake that you will never make again. Can you tell us what that is? So we can all avoid it.
The biggest wealth attraction mistake I'll never make is trying to be a solopreneur.
Oh.
It is one of those things that I've learned that has collapsed timeframes for my success. Once I realized that investing in myself and being in a community like this, being around other like-minded entrepreneurs, there's a difference between our community. You guys know this. They all think with abundance in terms of entrepreneurship, many different levels. But you got from the zero revenue, just getting started, maybe in a job, to $5 billion in annual sales. Actually, there's some other entrepreneurs that are going to be part of our community that are even bigger than that. So there's a whole gamut, but it's that is the mistake, is that people, when they're going on this journey, they try to do it all by themselves. And I would say that is by far finding a community, finding the right mentors, finding people that will actually give you their time. And can I talk a little bit about this?
Yes.
Mentorship.
We love it.
Yes. Yeah.
I had a couple interesting calls this week, and I hope our community sees this too. And someone was asking, like, talking about mentorship, and they were asking me, like, and I had reached out to them about something, and then we had a conversation, and then they said, well, Jimmy, why didn't you reach out to us before this call? And I said, well, hold on. When you asked me to do all your interviews, did I do every one? And they're like, yeah. I said, remember, we got a pretty big company. I can't reach out to every, thousands and thousands of people every day. But here's what I shared. Let me share with you how I look at mentorship and getting someone's time. See, I sow the seeds into the relationship. The reason why, if James is watching this, James Malchek does so much for our communities, because when he tells me something, I immediately implement. I'm one of the first ones in all of his coaching students. Like I sow into the relationship without asking. Mm-hmm. Sowing into my relationship with Kevin Harrington without asking. So I give first.
Okay.
So many people, well, why aren't they? You have to deserve that time. You have to spend relationships. You have to, like you ladies asked. You're like, I can't believe Jimmy. Do you know why I'm here?
Why?
Because you've sown into the relationship.
Oh, now my allergies are wacking up.
No, hold on. No, you're on every single training call we do.
Yeah.
You're always supporting everyone else, encouraging them. You're always positive. You'll say something direct, of course, like you should, but you're always uplifting people. You sow into the relationship. And when you understand that, people will do unbelievable things for you. Someone else in our community today asked me, she said, Jimmy, I heard Michael Woloshin say this, and if Colleen's on here, you guys should ask her what he said about me. And it's because I've sown into that relationship with him.
Wow. I didn't realize, like, I didn't think of it like that at all.
You've got to understand. I see Jennifer on here. Jennifer Kempfer Norris, I will do anything for her because she's sown into the relationship.
Yep. She's awesome. She's incredible. I love her. And I get to hug her in September.
I mean, we took her to Greece, guys.
She's so awesome.
And that's just the beginning. But I'm just saying, like, you got to understand. I see Nikki Moore. Nikki Moore sows into the relationship. Jimmy, will you spend some time with my son? Yeah. You think I take him to dinner? Yeah. Jen Jones showed up at the office this week.
Yes, she did. She so did.
You know why?
So did.
Yeah. You know why so truth be known. Yeah. I had an already scheduled meeting appointment from 11:30 to 1. I got up earlier that day to knock out the stuff so I could reschedule that. Wow. And go have lunch with her.
Oh my gosh. Why?
Let me share with you why, though. So you guys got to get this if you're wanting, for you and everyone watching this. Okay. Because this is how our community needs to help each other. Right. Okay. Jen Jones, with her health issues, sewed into Jimmy Ezzell. She got on the Ladies Power Hour. She showed up her best, even when there was some tough weeks for her.
Terrible weeks for her.
So you think when she asked if she could just come visit us for 5 minutes, I'm like, 5 minutes? No, we're going to take you to lunch, girl.
She was so excited.
What? She's like, well, no, my son was we're just going to, I'm like, no, we're going to take you to lunch.
Oh, that is awesome.
And so
she loved it.
Her son's like, I was supposed to just run all these errands. So he went, and Laurel and I took her lunch. You sow into these relationships. I don't know if we're supposed to be talking about this stuff tonight, but I just,
okay.
But I just want you guys, because you guys do that well.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
I really enjoy it. It just comes naturally. It's so much fun. It's just so much fun.
But you know what though? Because you see, it's easy. It's easy for us to do that because we're being fed back. We're being sown into right back. it's a two-way street. It's both ways. And I think it's super easy here because we have such a close community and so many people that just give and do whatever it takes to get people up to where they want to be and to help their dreams come a reality. And so it's just, there's that excitement and that you just want to.
Yeah.
And this is the fun thing about this. This is what lifted my spirits up from the depths of despair, is that Jimmy has the perfect heart. He's a man of faith. He loves his family. He speaks over all of us, his wife, his children, his grandchildren, everything. He is starting a movement that is so desperately needed in the world. And that is why he keeps saying that he's creating, all of us want to co-create with him the greatest company in the world. And that's what we're doing because of Jimmy's heart and his vision. Yeah. And I'll tell you, I talked to Jimmy the other day. The things that he was just uttering out of his mouth were making me queasy. I was so scared. I'm like, this man has so much courage and vision, and he thinks so on such a higher level that I felt myself rising up. And this is what's so incredible. Yeah. Because he lifts, he just does all the heavy lifting, and then when Jimmy might be having a bad day or whatever, I don't know if he ever does, but if he was, then he's got an army of us like ready to jump in there, and you know, and this is what's so incredible. I've never seen anything like it. It's a dream come true. Yeah. So, but I'm sorry, we're running over what we promised we would do, Joanne.
Such a time as this, I have to say that because that just came up to me. Such a time as this. You'd be amazed at the people that have either commented to me, Joanne, such a time as this. And I'm like, yeah, okay. And I thought immediately when I hear that, I think of the whole business. Mm-hmm. This is not just my time. It's everybody's in this movement, in this community's time, you know, I mean, such a time as this. So there we are. I mean, it's been it's everywhere. I see this everywhere. Such a time as this. All of a sudden, it just pops up in reading and messages. And you know how that happens? So I claim that for Yep too, the whole company and everybody in it there. So
So do you have time for one more question?
Yes. Yeah.
Joanne, do you want your question or do you want mine? I'm going to do mine.
Go ahead, do yours and I'll do mine.
I'm making an executive decision. I have control of the buttons.
I know this is a question I've been wanting to ask.
Well, go ahead and ask it.
Oh my gosh, Jimmy, and you've got to ask it. I was thinking too, like James Malinchak or Kevin Harrington. By the way, James Malinchak is one of my favorites.
He's awesome.
He's one of my favorites too.
Is he?
Well,
yeah. Well, yeah.
He's my mentor.
He's like a brother to you. I love it.
So then that confirms that confirms exactly what Jimmy is always teaching us, that you are the sum of the people that you surround yourself with the most, the closest people. And so that is why there's this, it's incredible. Go ahead.
So, and we're going to be your new favorite people. So, because we're just getting up there to that level.
Oh, yeah, we're right. We're knocking on the door.
I know, right? Okay. So my question, what is the biggest question that entrepreneurs never ask that you wish they did?
Ooh, what is the biggest question that entrepreneurs should ask?
That you wish they asked. What are some questions you wished entrepreneurs would ask? Does that make any sense to you? I mean, let's say, okay. And they never do. They never ask this one question in particular that you wish they would just ask because you just want to share something with them.
I think it's why haven't you quit yet?
Mm-hmm.
Like. Man, I may go on to a tangent if it's okay.
Go right ahead.
Okay, because now the question should be from Julie. What is that? You know, go ahead.
No, it's like yeah. The question, like, I wish someone would ask is so I can inspire them, because one of the things is God's given me the gift of encouragement. I know that, and so if you knew my journey, like, listen, I grew up in a family. We used to collect aluminum cans, and stick them down in the basement, so we could turn those in to go to Worlds of Fun, which was an amusement park, and I thought that's what our vacations were. Okay, blue collar. I used to I don't know if you ladies know this, when it rains, earthworms come out of the ground.
Yep.
I used to fill coffee cans with earthworms, turn them in for $15. The big 1 pound coffee for money.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I started throwing newspapers at age 12 till college, so I could take about $30 to $40. I made about $230 a month, $30-$40 for myself, and gave the rest to my mom and my dad.
Wow.
Such a good child.
So you take that, and then you go into corporate America, which almost devastated me, almost cost me my marriage. So just imagine if I would have stayed on that path, like, I don't even know where my family would be right now. If you think about it, I mean, those are kind of, I mean, we were on the brink of divorce, right? Because I was so consumed by the dollar, chasing the so-called American dream. And so if someone would just ask me why, okay, and then you get into business. Oh, you guys think everything just rosy posy all the time? Like, you just immediately go and build a company that's going public? No. I've had tons of failures, tons of bad decisions, but I just won't quit. I just won't quit.
That's awesome.
And what happens as a person on this entrepreneurial journey is we evolve into different people. Okay. Meaning today, my capacity to learn and grow is much bigger than it was in the past. And even the attraction of people that want to do business with us is different than it was in the past. So that if someone were to ask that question, like, why, they should ask you to why don't you quit? See, most people, it's so much easier to quit.
Yep.
They quit on everything, guys. They quit on their families, their marriages, their diet that they started, their business. It gets hard, it gets tough. They want to quit on it.
Yep.
And quitting is a habit too. And there's
a bad one
said for perseverance and great. That's why I love the 75 Hard program, because it's one of those things that Andy Frisella created. Give him a shout out, because he's one of my silent mentors as well. And just that grit, you got to have it, guys. Now, if you want to be in a job and that safety and security, great. But for like you ladies and people that maybe are watching this that say, I want more in life, you just never quit.
That's right.
Jim Rohn asked this question a long time ago. I remember him saying, have you found that one thing, that one opportunity that could change you and your family's life forever? And if the answer is no, then you should ask the second follow-up question is, don't you think that you should be investing time every week in finding that opportunity? Because And because if you don't find it, you will go to your grave with remorse.
That is so true.
I'm so happy I'm where I am right now.
Me too. And I seriously, and as nervous as Joanne and I were today, I mean, we kept messaging each other. I feel sick. I mean, we could not wait to be back here. And then when Jimmy agreed to let us interview him, we just thought, oh my gosh, it just doesn't get any better than this. It really doesn't. No. It just doesn't. And I dare any one of you out there that has a job to tell me that you get to do this with your CEO. I bet you don't. So, Jimmy,
go to Jamaica and
Jamaica.
where we're going
My gosh.
I can't wait.
Jimmy, you can tell every place you're going because you're always there. Greece. He took Jennifer to Greece.
Yeah, I saw Debbie Salmon's on here. Yeah, you know that's what. Well, here's what's great too about our community, because entrepreneurs work hard and they have the freedom typically, and in this community, many of you have the freedom.
Yeah.
But we also want to, when I met Ali, and he'll tell you this, and we went to Mexico, to open the doors of this company.
Yeah.
And I said, Ali, we're going to do life together. Have you heard him ever tell this story?
Yes.
And he's like, whoa. Yeah, that's how I think. We're going to do life together. We're all, just because I have a title doesn't mean that I don't want to do life with you.
Yeah.
Like I need to do my job and make sure all that's
right.
But guess what? You do too. But we can do life together. And so I love how we just came back 100 of us plus right in Jamaica.
Yeah.
And ladies, truth be known, I closed that place down dancing all night. So.
Oh my gosh!
I will. There's witnesses. There's witnesses. So.
Oh my gosh! I love it. I've seen some videos of you dancing. Somebody.
Me too.
Oh yeah.
And how excited he is when
there's people that send him out
winning.
there. Yeah, I got a private message with you dancing. I was like, wow, he knows how to dance. He's got moves.
He does.
It's so funny.
The shy boy goes away. The peacock shows up.
That's it.
Oh
my kids laugh. If my kids will tell you, when we do our family vacations, the peacock, the blue side comes out, and I'm just in a different, because here's I'm present.
Yeah.
I teach you guys that I'm present.
Yeah.
I'm nothing else matters in the world right now, but me being with you right now. So so same thing on these trips, and when I'm with people, I just want to be present.
Yeah.
Because guys, time is so valuable.
Yeah.
Oh, he can sing too.
You and actually Debbie, she says the same thing all the time. And did I miss? He can sing.
He can sing. Nikki said that he can sing too.
No,
I'll show you. No,
that's still debatable.
Orlando, Joanne, we would like. No, he does karaoke. He told me that.
Yeah, I heard you love karaoke. We got to do karaoke. Ah, yes.
Oh my gosh, I'm going to videotape you too.
I think we're doing karaoke again in Orlando.
Oh, that's awesome.
That is so awesome. Well, Jimmy,
karaoke is not singing.
Oh
my God, it's
Jennifer. You're heartless.
Oh, that is funny.
She is hard. She's tough. I can't. There. Okay. Wait. Sorry. Okay.
Oh God.
So
that's going to be awesome.
A couple of things. We really do need to let Jimmy go.
Yeah.
But thank you, Jimmy, and we thank you for millions of reasons. And the next thing that we wanted to tell you.
Uh-oh.
FYI. No.
I don't know this.
No, yes, you do.
I do?
This is our new time slot, but we will not be here next week. Why are we not going to be here next week, Mr. Jimmy?
Oh, yes. So we have our challenge next week.
Woo! Yeah.
The Yep to Freedom Challenge. I just posted it in the group or in the challenge group.
Okay.
Last year at this time was the very first week that we did our very first time we did our challenge, and there's a replay video, and I just got just watching over a year how our challenges have blessed so many people.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what's crazy is I look at, there's 6,400 people now in that group, and so many people have said they've gotten so much out of these challenges. And this next week one, we just went over the agenda again today.
Yeah.
Oh, it's really, really good.
Yeah.
It'll be by far the best one we've had.
Yeah.
Real practical, like how to get free, but every day there's new action assignments, and I mean it's going to be really good. So yeah, guys, if you're watching this, I want to encourage you to it's completely free.
Yeah.
It's our gift to the world. If you want to upgrade to some extra things like, private coaching and I mean, it's like $47. It's not like a lot, but there's so much you get for it. But the challenge is free, and it's going to be I'm going to do day 0 tomorrow at 12 Eastern, and lay out the agenda, and the ladies can give you their links, and then it starts Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern. And we do it so we got, for all of you that have evening, daytime jobs, and maybe some of our friends over like in Australia, New Zealand, of course, Philippines, all you guys that are waking up, you can jump on the challenge. But it's going to be a life-changing week. Here's what I always pray. God, if at least one person from this challenge, just one person, his life's changed forever, I will have done my job.
Yeah.
That's it.
Love it. I love it.
Yep. And in this time slot on Friday, next Friday, please tell us, Jimmy, who's going to be showing up. And you guys should follow us all over there. You want to tell them?
How do you know, Julie? Nobody else knows.
I know things.
How does she know who's coming on next Friday night? Who's going to be on the challenge Friday night?
So what we've done with our challenge, everybody, is we have people like James Malinchak, Kevin Harrington. We don't want to give out an agenda yet.
Okay.
But we have those kind of people. And then, of course, we have master coaches like Ali Madawi, Debbie Morton, Heather Hughes, Chef Katrina. I mean, it's going to be a power-packed week. So grab a link. It's completely free. And here's what's great, ladies, this. It's better to do it with some other people. And so you get immediately a referral link, and you can just refer people to the challenge, and they can join it with you.
Sorry, Jennifer. I'm horrible with emails.
I told you I know things.
I better get better. Well, this is great. So that's why we won't be here, but the following Friday we will be. But we'd love to have everybody join us.
And guess who we have?
We
you want to guess who we have on our books for the following Friday?
He's saying he can't say. He doesn't.
No, you and I. Not next Friday. The following
Friday. Oh, LinkedIn boss Heather Hughes.
Heather Hughes has agreed.
One of my favorites.
Yep, she'll be on here to help us. Yeah.
You know another person that sews into relationships?
What? Heather
Hughes.
Oh yeah, she
has climbed to the top of my list.
Yeah.
Of favorite people.
Yeah, I believe
she's awesome.
I gave her a little project, which you guys know is a big project.
Yeah, huge.
And she has just it's her sweet spot, and I've watched her. Like, I'm just so proud of her, man. I'm just so proud of her. So.
She's incredible.
Blown that out of the water. The patience that she has and all that. I've seen it.
No, I follow her like a puppy.
I mean, she's just super talented.
Yeah.
She really is. And
I can't get her to work for me though.
And she's so quiet. Really?
No.
Oh, that's too bad.
I know. I mean, she still helps out, but I want her,
Yeah, on a regular basis. Yeah.
Heather, if you're watching this, I love you. So
I told her.
Heather. Oh,
yeah. So this.
We're hoping to get a lot of our top leaders and coaches on here,
and Jennifer.
That's what we're aiming for.
JKN, you're coming.
James Malinchak too. Like, I mean, he would be a hoot. Yeah.
But anyway, thank you. My gosh, it's been so much fun, and we survived, Joanne.
Yeah, we did. We survived. Yeah, we did. And my
Jimmy's still alive.
My back screen survived. I'm like, I forgot, Jimmy. Like, we usually on Zoom, right? And we got backdrops. Well, the back of my room is my bed, and I've got some laundry on it and stuff. I completely forgot when we got on here, and of course, always last minute, that I don't have a background. So I'm like, Julie, Dave just got this for me, and I pop it open, and I'm trying to stick it back there. I was supposed to be posting I was supposed to be sharing this to my Facebook page so people could see it, and I never did it because I was fooling with that.
brings back memories, doesn't it, of the very first time?
It really figures. The very first time I had problems with my screen, and I had practiced on that. That was already down.
Yeah.
And not a problem.
Yeah, well, it was hilarious, and you are so funny, Joanne. You are true joy, and so are you, Jimmy. And thank you.
I've had absolute joy being on here tonight. It's made my heart smile. It's a great way for me to close out my Friday. I'm working tomorrow, but
yeah.
So, but thank you both so much. Greatly appreciate it.
Thank you for being here. And thank you, everybody, for watching and sticking with us.
Thank you. And if you want to see Jimmy, you can see him again tomorrow. Just let us know and we'll get you in.
Yeah.
We know people. We know things.
We know good people.
Yes.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.